Alright, do you have an electric motorcycle and do you want to learn how to get the most range out of it that you possibly can? Well, this video is for you. Alright, what's up YouTube? Dapper Dan here. Another beautiful day here in Colorado. It's probably, I don't know, it's pretty warm. Probably in the 60s. And today we are out on my 2021 Zero FXS Supermoto. So today we are going to be talking about how you can hypermile an electric motorcycle, specifically this model right here, the Zero FXS, because that's the one that I own. These will be my tips and tricks to help you get better miles out of your electric motorcycle, especially if it's a Zero brand motorcycle. Alright, oh, there's a Tesla. Alright, so most of these tips are stuff that you can do while you're riding your bike, and a couple of them are stuff you can do to your bike that'll help you. Ugh, my nose itches. And I will start out by saying most of them have to do with wind resistance. On an electric motorcycle, wind resistance is killer. It kills your range. It kills... yeah, it's just not good for your range. Alright, so my first tip, especially for the Zero FX and FXS like this one, is you want to get yourself one of these windscreens. I know some people don't like how they look, but just having the windscreen by itself improves your range 5 to 10%. And on this bike, that could mean an extra 5 to 10 miles. So that's a pretty big improvement. I know Zero's other models, like their adventure bike or like sport touring bike or something, they have a bigger windscreen that you can get for that one. And that one, the bike alone has more miles. And are we getting rained on? The bike alone has more range, and also adding that extra 5 to 10% is even more helpful on that bike. I think we're getting rained on. Alright, and then the next tip that I have is these hand guards. It does help the arm flow over your hands and your forearms a little better, decreasing that wind resistance a little bit. So those are the things that you can do to the bike itself. Everything else is stuff that you will have to do while you're riding the bike. So the first tip that I have for you as the rider is don't wear baggy clothing like a hoodie or something that's going to flap around in the wind. You want something tight fitting like this. Is my summer jacket here, which has a lot of airflow. It's perforated, but it has armor on the arms and stuff, and I think you can see in the mirror. Ideally, you would want something like just a regular motorcycle jacket that the wind can flow over and around you easily. And my next tip is, if you do have one of these windscreens and you're doing highway speeds, you kind of like want to duck down behind it to help the wind get over you a lot better. And also, these bars on Zero motorcycles, there's no bars right now. There, you can see the bars regenning. These bars are extremely helpful. So when you have Zero bars, that is the absolute most efficient that you can get the bike. Normally when I'm riding around, I have 2 bars of each or 1 bar of each. So right now you see we got 1 bar power, 1 bar torque. That's doing pretty good. 0 bars, like right here, that's the most efficient the bike can be. And 2 bars of each. We'll see if we can get it there. Right there, you're doing okay, but that's starting to get not efficient anymore. So play with these bars, or keep an eye on the bars, I should say, and that'll help your efficiency as well. Even at highway speeds, you can have it at just 2 bars of each, or even 1 bar of each sometimes, even at highway speeds. All right, my next pointer for you guys is keep your speed down. Like, say the speed limit is 65 on the highway, just do 60. That's fine. You're not in a rush to get anywhere. Like this, even though I'm in traffic, I don't mind because I'm getting awesome range. We're going slow, we're doing 29 miles an hour. I don't mind, I'm getting awesome range. Ooh, wow, that was nice. A Nova or something. So keep your speeds down. The lower speed that you have, the less wind resistance. You can think you're going fast, you're going up against the wind. So the lower speed that you have, the less wind resistance that you'll have. And my next tip is keep the bike, especially in zero bikes, keep the bike in eco mode. You got eco mode and sport mode built into zero bikes, and then you got a custom mode that you can make. And if you do make your custom mode, I would have it like me personally, have it minimum power, max regen. And the next tip I will say here at the top of the hill, because it involves hills. Alright, so here we are at the top of the hill. The next tip that I have is use the regen braking to your advantage. Alright, we're about to go downhill right here, and I don't need all this speed. We're doing 49, so I'll just let off the throttle, get some regen braking on the way down. Right now it's slowing me down a little too much, so I gotta give it a little throttle. But use hills and regen braking to your advantage. The regen braking is good. You don't get in nearly as much as you put out. You probably get it back, I would say, a quarter, maybe a third of the energy that you put in to get to that speed. You'll maybe get a quarter or a third of that back. And my next tip is keep your legs. See how I keep my legs all the way in? You want to make yourself as aerodynamic as possible. I even have, you can't see my feet, but I even have my feet pointed inwards as much as I can on the pegs. You want to keep yourself as aerodynamic as possible. The less wind resistance that you have, the better your range will be. Everyone's out riding today, nice. I hope we get this turn signal. I don't ever even touch the brakes, I just use the regen braking to come to a stop. I've never been down this road, so I don't know where it goes. Alright, see the speed limit is 45? We'll just do like 40 and we'll be fine. Or even 37. Alright, and my last tip that I have for you guys is try and be as light as possible. Not necessarily your weight, but the weight of the stuff that you're bringing with you and on the motorcycles. The less weight that your bike has to carry, the more efficient it will be. And another tip right here, you don't have to gun it up to the speed limit. You can just slowly get there, play with the bars. Like I said, keep the bars down low, slowly get up to the speed limit. You don't have to gun it. And that is the most efficient way to get to the speed limit. And then once you're at the speed limit, you're just chilling. I probably could get rid of these mirrors and get some bar end mirrors or something, and that would improve my range a little bit, but I actually really like these mirrors. They work really well, and they don't look bad. Another tip is stay in between buildings and trees like this, because the trees and the buildings, they help stop the wind. They help the wind go over you instead of if you're in an open field, then the wind is just going to hit you straight on. If it hits the tree, then it kind of goes up and over you. And another tip that I have is make sure your tires are inflated to however much they're supposed to be. So if you have low tire pressure, that is a bigger contact patch on the ground, which is more grip. It's more grip if you want to do wheelies or something, but it's going to kill your efficiency. So you want to make sure that your tires are inflated to the manufacturer recommended PSI. I have no idea where I'm at. And you can see it still says 73.3, and I left my house, it still said 73. So look at that, there's 73.4. My range is getting better as I'm going. 73.5, look at that. It's going up. My range is going up while I'm riding. Look at the horses. So those are just some tips that I have for you guys if you have an electric motorcycle and you want to try and hypermile it. Eventually I will do 73.8. Eventually I will do a video of how long can the battery last. Alright, what's up, Road Glide? We will go this way. I don't know where I'm going, so... Oh, never mind, road closed. Can't go that way. $74.5. The range is going up as I'm using the battery. Would you look at that? And we're about to get rained on again. We're going to check out this little subdivision, I guess, that they're building. This would be the area to do hooligan stuff. Nobody even noticed them there. Nice, not bad. They're going to put a ton of houses in here, probably. I think I'll go this way. Anyway guys, that's pretty much all I got for you for my range extending tips. Look at that, still 74.3. I think that's the most it's going to go up. Now it's going to start going down. Anyway guys, that's all I got for you in this video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think. Let me know if there's anything that I missed that you guys think should be on the list. If you really enjoyed the video, share it with a friend. Share it with anybody that you know has a electric motorcycle. This even applies to the Harley-Davidson Livewire. I'm sure they make a windscreen for that bike. The two most important tips that I can have, especially on highway riding, keep your legs in. You want to make yourself as slim as possible, as thin as possible, close to the bike, and get yourself a windscreen. Those are the two most important tips that I can give you. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching and have a good day. Later.